Alright, welcome back to TEW 2020, the new era. We are here for the first week of September, the first Monday Night Raw of September, and I hope you all had a great Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Hope you had great holidays. I was going to record an episode on Christmas Eve, but Christmas prep really takes a lot longer than you think it would. So, couldn't get that done. I was going to have this episode ready for you guys on like 8 o'clock at Christmas morning. I would have uploaded it early, scheduled it for early in the morning so you guys could spend some time with your families. And for those of you that don't celebrate Christmas, you'd have a video of mine to watch. So, but we are here for this episode of Monday Night Raw, and I actually do have some things pre-booked tonight. I have 2 matches pre-booked tonight. The first one, of course, is that major 4-way elimination match to determine Cesaro's first challenger at Cyber Sunday. And those participants are Seth Rollins, who was forced into the match by Stephanie McMahon, Kevin Owens, who defeated Randy Orton after a little bit of help from Chris Jericho, Xavier Woods, who was Shane McMahon's hand-picked man to go into this match after his big victory over Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam, and Sheamus, who did not get too clean of a victory at SummerSlam, but it was a victory, and he also sealed the deal by defeating Heath Slater right here. And the other match we have pre-booked, it will be opening the show. It is Golden Dustin Rhodes teaming with the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, to take on the team of R-Truth and Neville. A little bit of cross feuds going on right there. So, with not much else to say, other stuff will obviously happen on tonight's show. Let's get into Monday Night Raw. We open this episode of Monday Night Raw with a cold open, and a cold open basically means we open each edition of Raw with the video package that plays. I just don't say it, but that's how we always open. Anytime I say we have a cold open, it means that the video package is going to play after the first segment. And this cold open is a cold open with Stephanie McMahon and Jericho. Major heat, just at the site of the big show for the people in attendance. And they're just here to be obnoxious, take up as much of your time as possible, just really trying to make the audience angry here. And all they're trying to do is just hype up Big Show later tonight. He's going to take on one of the biggest challengers he's faced in this new era of the WWE. He's faced titans like Randy Orton and some other guys like Cesaro. But this time, Big Show's going to take on a real big opponent. If he can win that match, who's to say the Big Show he's still got it if he wins this match. He truly will prove all the haters wrong when he beats Titus ONeil later tonight. Major heat. Not the fact that they hate Titus ONeil, but major heat at the fact they have to see a Big Show match later tonight. And that's just a cold open of Monday Night Raw, just trying to get some people angry. Jericho name drops Orton a few times just to, piss him off because Jericho fucking hates Orton. And Orton also hates Jericho. So Jericho just trying to be a dick and piss Orton off. And that's really it. We play the Raw video opening music video, and we get into our first match of the night where we see Neville and R-Truth defeat the team of The Miz and Golden Dustin Rhodes. These two guys, the entire match, they're just on different pages. Golden Dustin Rhodes is trying to strategize in a technical sense, and The Miz is just trying to be like a cheating guy. Golden Dustin Rhodes, yeah, he's a heel, yeah, he's an asshole, but he doesn't like to cheat too much. He only cheats when he has to. Miz is just cheating left and right to get any sort of advantage. And the two clash, and this results with Neville pinning The Miz after a red arrow after a nice 15-minute match. 75 encounter, and Neville getting 80s. This is really good for Neville. But what isn't good for them is for The Miz, and that is because after the match, Golden Dustin Rhodes furious. He has lost his first match as Golden Dustin Rhodes. Not a huge deal. Like, we weren't building up this fucking streak or anything, but Golden Dustin Rhodes is pissed, and he exemplifies how pissed he is by taking The Miz on a trip down to Dick Kick City. Lays Miz out. He's, cuddling his little movie stars down there. Just not having a fun time down there. Getting a 91 segment. That's great. It's probably because it's Dustin Rhodes and The Miz right on Entertainment. That's going to get a 91. After that, we cut to the locker room for a short little segment where we just see the New Day, and what's happening is Big E and Kofi Kingston are just hyping up Xavier Woods for his main event match later tonight, his number one contenders match. Woods is drinking pre-workout. They're yelling some, positive shit at him, just let's fucking go, Woods. You got this, buddy. We go to commercial, and when we come back, it is Connor and Victor of the Ascension in the ring, and they're cutting this kind of generic heel promo, but a very menacingly heel promo, just like the Usos and the Vaudevillains. We've seen them in our time in FCW and NXT. Maybe not Usos so much in NXT, but we saw them a lot in FCW, and every time either one of them stepped to the plate of the Ascension, they got smacked. They got laid out. And ever since we got called up to Monday Night Raw, we've kind of lost our way, but we're not hiding anymore. We're not waiting anymore. We're going to take what's rightfully ours, and what's rightfully ours is the top of the tag team division. And it's already infuriating to us that we have to wait till after Cyber Sunday to get a title shot. We're going to move hell and earth to try to get that title match for Survivor Series. This causes a peculiar duo to come out. Not the Usos, not the Vaudevillains. It is Enzo and Cass that come out. Enzo and Cass, they're like, yo, are you forgetting about us? No. Again, I'm not good at Enzo promos. Basically, Enzo just roasts the Ascension, and this prompts Connor to challenge him to a match up next, which Enzo Amore does win. But it is because, if we look at the dirt sheet here, it is because Jey Uso, wherever he is. Oh, it's booking details I need to go to. No, it's road agent notes. There it is. Jey Uso interfered. I guess, let's say it was both Usos. The Ascension looked to have the match won because Enzo is not as strong as he is without Cass. And the Usos just kind of get a little bit of sweet revenge on the Ascension and cost Connor this matchup. They hit him, Enzo hits the jumping splash, and in 6 minutes and 50 seconds, Enzo Amore gets the pinfall victory. We fade to the back to see Heath Slater begging to Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie, please give me one more match. Why did I turn British? I turned British for a second. I tried to do a country accent. I did the opposite. He's begging to Stephanie, just give me one more chance, one last chance. And Stephanie's like, fine. Heath, if you can beat your opponent next week, you will get a Raw contract. But if you lose that match, and you show your face here on Monday Night Raw once again, I will have you arrested, and you will never be seen on WWE programming again. So please, either win or leave, Heath. And we go to commercial. When we come back, we see Seth Rollins and Cesaro. They're in the locker room. And Seth Rollins, he steps up to Cesaro. Cesaro starts looking around. He's like, oh, shit. Are the rest of them here? And Seth's like, no, the rest of them aren't here. Because I want to fight you mano-a-mano. I know in my recent patterns, I took the easy way out. Well, the Authority's no longer a thing. The Authority will no longer ever be a thing as long as Shane's in charge. And I've heard no discussions of a new Authority forming, and I'm in the pocket of Stephanie McMahon. But that gets me to here. Cesaro, I just want to meet you face to face before I win that Fatal Fourway, and I face you once again to get that Universal title around my shoulder. Now, I'm going to cut all the fluff here. I'm not going to bother, but basically what this is, it's a 6-minute promo of both men going back and forth, just angry. Neither men really like each other, and they hold no verbal punches back. And it goes on for 6 minutes, and that's the segment. Seth Rollins and Cesaro, just a man-to-man confrontation here. Our next match is the aforementioned Titus O'Neil vs. Big Show Legendary Classic. It goes about 5 minutes, and Titus gets a little bit of offense in, but not too much. Every time Titus gets the littlest bit of comeback going over, Big Show cuts him off, and the match ends with Titus O'Neil being caught with the knockout punch, the WMD, and lays down. Believe it or not, Big Show getting a clean victory here. No shenanigans. And that would be the downfall of the Big Show, because Randy Orton comes running in through the crowd, hits Big Show with an RKO out of nowhere, lays him out, starts stomping on him. Orton has just for weeks not gotten really any revenge on Jericho, and he's finally getting some here tonight, and he's not holding anything back. Jericho starts to run down. He runs down to the ring from the back, and then he sees Orton has not, broke a sweat yet. And he's about to go in the ring, and he's just, no. He decides otherwise. Jericho is not having that. He is not going to go right into the mouth of the Viper. And Big Show is not saved by his tag team partner. We then fade to black and a darkly lit room with just a zoom in of Samoa Joe's face and just a short little 30-second promo here where Samoa Joe says, "Last week was not the Raw debut I wanted, even though I put Alberto Del Rio on display like some sort of dog at a museum. It's not the Raw debut I wanted. So up next, I'm scheduled to fight Eric Rowan. And Eric Rowan is prepared to see what happens when you get in the ring with the Samoan submission machine." Eric Rowan does just that in a total car crash of a match. In a total car crash of a match, it's decently even for about the first 5.5 minutes of this match. Both men get a big chunk of offense in, but Eric Rowan makes the fatal mistake of trying to get technical with Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe blocks everything Eric Rowan tries and eventually gets him into the coquina clutch where Eric Rowan taps out almost immediately. Samoa Joe walks off. Roman Reigns still out. There's no Roman Reigns to help him. And we have here Bray Wyatt flanked by Luke Harper and Braun Strowman. And Bray Wyatt picks up a microphone and just says, "Rowan, I know you're not the weak link, but you know that this needs to happen. The Wyatt family are losing ground. We're losing leverage. We're losing fear. And fear is created by menacing victories. Fear is killed by humiliating defeats, and a humiliating defeat would be tapping out to a newcomer. So Eric Rowan, you know what needs to happen, and don't take this beating personally." Bray then drops the microphone, tells Eric Rowan to position himself in that position that Bray Wyatt would always be in, with on his knees, arms out, and Eric Rowan doesn't do it. Eric Rowan, in fact, immediately, once he hears the words, "Don't take this beating personally," if you can see how angry he is in that photo, that's the face he makes. He pushes Bray Wyatt off and walks off. Other than Daniel Bryan, this is the first time a Wyatt family member has gone physical with Bray Wyatt, and Daniel Bryan, isn't really a full-time member. So, what is going to happen to the Wyatt family? And before I continue, just real quick, Brodie Lee, rest in paradise, man. I was baffled at the death of him. Fucking sad shit. And then just every single wrestler on Twitter and social media, just outpour of support. So seriously, Brodie Lee, rest in peace, dude. Rest in peace, man. Then right before the Fatal Fourway Elimination Match, we see Big E and Kofi Kingston. They're getting ready. They got some popcorn out. They're going to watch this match. And they told Woods in that little hype segment, I forgot to fucking mention this, they were going to be like, we'll be watching to make sure nothing goes haywire. But they won't be able to do that because Austin Aries and Bobby Roode rush in and just beat them down. They take anything they can find in the locker room and just hit them with it. The glorious ones lay out the New Day backstage fully unconscious. So, the match is a good one. It goes 20 minutes and 15 seconds, and it starts off pretty evenly, actually. It's not a falls count anywhere, so you do have to pin him in the ring, but it goes ham. Kevin Owens takes out Sheamus, Xavier Woods takes out fucking Rollins, Sheamus takes out Woods, just everyone for themselves. It's a chaotic mess. And we go about 18 minutes without anybody getting eliminated. And you know what? More like 15 minutes. 15 minutes before anyone gets eliminated. And the first elimination happens when Seth Rollins hits the curb stomp on Kevin Owens. He's gonna go for the pin. But Sheamus runs in, throws Seth Rollins out, tries to get the pin for himself. He's just a selfish guy. Even though it'd be smarter to just let Seth Rollins pin Kevin Owens, Sheamus wants that attention. But that attention comes with a price, and the price is not even getting the attention because Xavier Woods rolls in, hits Sheamus with a Lost in the Woods, and pins Sheamus. Sheamus is the first one eliminated. And then for the next few minutes, the match is a triple threat. A classic triple threat match. We get about 2.5 more minutes, so we're about at the 17.5 minute mark. When Xavier Woods, he's got a lot of momentum on his side. Both Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins are, trying to recover on the outside. Xavier Woods is looking for a suicide dive. He bounces off the ropes. He's going in. Sheamus, boom, bro kick. Sheamus, a dirty, dirty man. Wow, okay, that's mean. a dirty player. Jesus. Hits him with the bro kick. And Kevin Owens rolls in. He tries to pin Xavier Woods. Xavier kicks out at 2. It was just enough time for Xavier Woods to recover. So, when Kevin Owens picks him up, Xavier Woods, boom, another bro kick. Sheamus is not leaving until Woods is out. Sheamus hits him with the bro kick. Kevin Owens thinks twice before pinning him, picks him up, hits him with a pop-up powerbomb for good measure, and Xavier Woods is eliminated. And now we have 3 minutes left before the end of the match, and Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins just go fucking ham because they're both incredible wrestlers. Just a good about 2 minutes and 45 seconds of pure awesome wrestling between these two men. And Seth Rollins, he hits the buckle bomb on Kevin Owens. And usually with the buckle bomb, guys start to get up immediately so Seth Rollins can hit the curb stomp immediately after. But Kevin Owens, he's taking his time a little bit. He's taking his time, and the fans are starting to think, this doesn't usually happen. Is something going to happen? And in fact, something does happen. What happens is we see a man that we haven't seen in quite some time. We haven't seen him since WrestleMania 32, to be exact. Because before Seth Rollins can hit the curb stomp, Triple H rolls into the ring, hits Seth Rollins with the pedigree, and Kevin Owens is in shock. Kevin had no idea that this was happening. He's looking at Triple H. He's looking at Seth. He doesn't know what to do. Triple H flips Seth over, tells Kevin to pin him, and Kevin covers him. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens defeats Seth Rollins. The announcers are shocked. Everyone in the building is shocked. Everyone in the building is shocked. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Kevin Owens was fucking shocked, too. And what happens is the referee hands Kevin Owens the championship. Triple H holds him up. Stephanie makes her way to the ring. And then the power couple each hold up one of Kevin Owens' arms while Kevin Owens is posing. Oh my god, did I say the title? No, he doesn't get the fucking title. He's just posing, he's celebrating. This whole recording thing has been scuffed. I gotta edit a lot, so we're just gonna redo this fucking angle. Everybody's shocked. Triple H picks up Kevin Owens, Is he going to hit a pedigree? Is he not? Stephanie McMahon makes her way from the back, and both members of the power couple hold up one of Kevin Owens' arms in celebration as Seth Rollins is out cold on the mat, face to the cold, cold canvas. And face turn for Seth Rollins. 20 gimmicks. I've tried my best to cut most of these out. You could probably guess it was Seth Rollins turning, but let's see how it goes. His gimmick is very good. I made it anti-authority. Here are the pros and cons, and the turn was a complete success. And that is how we end this edition of Monday Night Raw. A nice 85. I didn't actually notice what the main event got. A 80. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Especially for having Sheamus, who is not anywhere near as good as Rollins, Woods, and Owens, but he is semi-over, so that's nice to see. So, a little bit of reality coming in again. Obviously, in the real world, Kevin Owens won this Fatal 4-Way, but it was for the Universal Championship. That is why I said he's holding the Universal title, or the referee hands him the belt. So, I did want to have Seth Rollins be babyface for the time being, and I thought, well, I'm already kind of making this new authority. Why not do the Kevin Owens turn? Why not have Triple H make his return, for the first time since WrestleMania 32? Why not have Kevin Owens be aligned with these guys? There are a lot of subtle things that you might have missed, and in the next episode of Raw, spoiler, there will be a promo involving Kevin Owens, Triple H, and the rest of the people talking about their plan and why they chose Kevin Owens, and I will explain all the subtleties, basically, just in case you all missed it. But that is a little bit away from now. So I hope to see you for the next episode of this series, which will be SmackDown Live. Dude, this recording has been scuffed. It's at 25 minutes right now. It's going to be at 26. I want to see how much I'm going to cut from this fucking episode, because there have been so many fuck-ups. But I hope to see you in the future.